Okay, over here I see Rhotus, okay, tenant, sator, okay, this is ARPO, this is opera. I did not put in the letters for now. In these letters, this letter here comes out at 2 and 2, this letter comes out at 4 and 2. From the reverse angle, on this angle, it comes out to 2 and 4. Okay, these angles, okay, is the 9 lives of the cat. Creation is your 2, 3, 4, which is your vibration right over here. Here's your 2 and 4, here's your 3. When you're talking about 1 and 5, 5 and 1 is what area space is for Mars, okay? Area space, okay, has a total of 44, only because the word space says 44. When Einstein spoke relativity, when God said creation, and we should know what's going on, and I'm in your head, and I'm always with you, we have to understand we have to keep it the basic, okay? When I put over here these combinations, S and T together, S, T, and N, okay? I don't know why I put those together, but it says 17. Okay, teen, 20, 30, 44. So teen and space comes together. The only time you have teen is between 13 and 19. But in French, they separate it. Because in French, these three over here, okay, they say 10 and then the number 7, 8, and 9 in French. 7, 8, and 9. Okay, more or less keep it to the sender. Okay, 7, 8, 9. And in French, it's, okay, S, H, N. Okay, I'm not sure which way to go with this. I see it in my head, what I want to do, but this is S, this is ash. Okay, because that's how you say H in French. A sash means to know. Someone should know. So when we come over here, I'm going to separate everything. Since the bar mitzvah starts at 13 and the bat mitzvah is 12, we're going to go 13 to 16. So when you add 13 to 16, 13, 14, 15, 16. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 5, 4, 3, 7, 7, 3 and 4, 11, 5, and 6 is the gateway. 11 and 7 is 18, 10, 20, 30, 40 equals to a total of 58. 58. 1 times 2 and plus 2, 2 to the power of 3. 2 to the power of 3 is communication inside the 9 lives of the cat. We have to understand that dog and cat. Cat adds up, okay, to number 24. Dog adds up, and don't forget about the wolf. Okay, dog adds up to 26. The Z letter and the X letter. The total is, let's just say we're barking up a tree at 50 stars. So once we count this over to 58, we now have 17, 18, 19, which is now 54, which equals to 102. This one is the number in the sun. This one over here times 3 is 51, and we get Mars. This one here is 54, and we get the number to the sun and the IT system, which is created by this, ADN, or how about your DNA cycle, which means this. You turn it this way, the cycle, and this way, it ends up to do N and Z. More or less, let's have judgment on black and white inside of New Zealand. Black gives you the number of 29, white gives you the number of 65. They're both 11s. This one will multiply and add to 1811. This one will come out to 30 and 11, 22 and 48. Okay. Hold on a second. These two numbers here will become 29. These two numbers over here will become 41. Okay, so will these numbers become 41. This is also 29. This is also 41. So you see how this and this become 29, and this become 41, and this become 41, and this become 49. This will now equal 70, and that is the 7th gate, and the spirit is 76. Why? Because on the telephone, P, Q, R, and S equals to a total of 70. But they moved the Q over to the number 117. That is your gateway. 17 times 17 times 17. I don't remember the number, but I'm working on these numbers right now. I know 19 times 19 times 19, if I remember, is 6859. And I think 18 times 18 times 18, I don't have the number on me right now, so we're not going to go there. So what happens over here is this number will end up saying 47, carry the 0. Okay, this number will remain the same. So birth is on the side of cycle of Christ. 74 is Jesus. 7 times 4, 7 plus 4 will now equal to 39. The sky is in Saturn and the birth. 9 and 3 is 12. This one's 11. We got number 23. 1 and 2 is E and C. Okay, any craps. Any craps is inside a game and expresses that 56 and 21 come together. 66 and 11 come together. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 is 3. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 is 3. 2 times 1, 2 plus 1 equals 3 and 5. Earth and Jupiter. That's the way this setup goes. And there's an ace in here, and there's an ace in here. The same setup is here. O, E, and A. Row 2, first one. Row 2, third one. Row 2, 5. So it's 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 5. This is the U, this is the W, this is the Y. Now, these two are a combination that come together because of sound, double U, okay, and U, singularity or double. This is a split letter, 7, 5, 3. 3, 7, and 5. 3.75 times 4 is 15 seconds, times 16 equals to 60 seconds. 24 times 16 will equal to the, whatever the calculator says, 24 times 16 equals to, we have 384 parts. 384 parts divided by 24 equals to 16 parts per hour. 384 divided by 6 divided by 8 divided by 8 equals to 1. How do I know that? Because in the Hebrew leap year, there's 384 days. And remember, 19 times 19, okay, is 361, 1 degree more to create the year. And we're on the other side of the 8 ball, and these two are both yellow inside of this. 19 times 19 times 19 equals to 6859. 6859. Inside 5 and 8, 5 and 1 is 6, 9 minus 1 is 8. The middle one is the 7th gate. And we get the 7th gate because that's the next one that breaks up the two sides over here. Now it's all confusing. It's all confusing. The Hebrew leap year, 686. Okay? 868 equals to 384 days. Pluto, Pluto, Pluto. 3 times 84. Check this out. 3 times 84. Let's put a couple of 3 times 84 equals to 252. Divided by 2, I didn't want to do this. 126 divided by 2 equals 63, and these are the number of moons in creation on Jupiter. Now, it all is confusing because it is, and I can't explain it more. I just understand the system now a lot more. So here we get 1, 3, and 5. Here we get 2 and 4. 2 and 4 is the bad cat. Here's 1, 3, and 5. Here's 1, 3, and 5. Here's the third letter. Here is 3 in, 3 down, 3 in. N and Z come together. This is New Zealand, my friends, where black and white come together. Black and white come together. Creation, the cycle of the moon, time, and Jesus. Everything is running out of New Zealand. Okay? So this is what I have. So now when we have 2 position and 4 position, we have 1, okay, which this 1 will end up to turn into a 4. It'll end up to turn into D. It'll be AD. This one will stay at 15, okay, which will turn into 6. This here, okay, will end up to create X and X, creation, in these 2 letters. This is the 15th letter creating 6. This is 1 and 6, creation of the half-life. This is 2. This is the bad cat, 2 position, 3rd row, 4 position, or 2 position from the other way. Because it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The 14th letter equals to 54. Equals to 20 plus 9 equals to 29. And back in black again. Creation of the IT system of the sun. So it's all really confusing. TNT, TNT 135, 20 and 20. 14 is split. 34 and 34. ONE. How about Neo? Okay. How about Enzo? Because the N can be turned sideways and used as a Z. Okay. And the E is a special letter. In fact, the L is a special letter. Because with the L, we can just add 1 bar on and have the F. And then add the reverse bar on and have the E. So now we have L. Now we have E. Now we have F. Now we put it on the other side, and the first thing we get is left. You want? We put on the other side. Now we have lefty. We also have what is one side as C and C and E. Any craps. They say any craps in the game, right? But any craps is any craps. They use E and C because one is apparent in 1, 3, and 5. The 1 dice, the 3 dice, and the 5 dice are all the same. And until you have 2 dice on a cube, you don't have anything. It takes 2 cubes. One will be 6 and 3, the other will be 5 and 4, and it says L-O-V-E, love. You know what love is? It means equal, equality. Okay? How else are we going to go up a little bit? What else are we going to go in here? A, E, and O, we can forget about A. In the first row, let's just completely forget about this row, and let's forget about this row. Let's forget about all the first rows. Now I'm going to go in here and put your, and we're only going to work with this. Pair, any, rep. I don't know what this means. This and this, 34. This and this, 34. This and this, 34. 5, 10, 15, 20. So now we're going to create the E worlds. 2 E world, 4 E worlds, 8 E world, 6 E world. Now we're going to come back to this. Right over here. Where we had TNT. TNT is the center. 3 down. And in here. This is the sun system over here. But remember, there's here, there's here, there's here, and there's here. There's this system over here. The in between 16 and 14 is 15. In between 18 and 14 is 16. And the same thing, 15 and 16, and they repeat. So it becomes 7, 6, 6, 7. 7, 6, 6, 7. If you really want to bring this to the real world, okay, it's, you know, the way you turn a turnstile. Well, we'd have 8, 3, 3, 8. This is the house of the church. 8 and 8 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. 3 and 3 is 6. Now, if you want to go to the next level, 7 and 7 is 14 equals 5. 6 and 6 is 12 equals 3, 3, 3, 5. Now, to make this come equal, we need 2 and 4. So anyways, let me go back down to this. We end up with 74 over here. From Neo and Enzo, 34 and 14, 34 and 14. 14 and 20 is 34. 34 and 14 is 34. This equals to 68. Divide that by 4, you have 17. Multiply it by 3, you have 51 Mars. All communication comes out of Mars. After you have 5 and 1, you have 2 and 4. Everything breaks out of 3. That means everything has to do with creation of the 3. When you go down to magic square, that 3 represents 2. 3 moves into in magic square, 3 moves into the 4 position, 2 moves into the 3 position, 4 moves into the 1 position. This becomes the IT world of the sun. I'm only telling you a story that comes directly from numbers. The word Saturn equals to 93. The word Uranus comes out to 94. The word Neptune comes out to 95. And the word Pluto, number 9, comes out to 84. Why? Because the system of 9 has a reduction. 1 and 9 is 10, 3 and 7 is 10, 8 and 2 is 10, 4 and 6 is 10. That whole number of 9, where 10 comes from, is by bringing both sides together. In here, in this area over here, this area over here, this area over here, will be the numbers 3, 4, 7, 6, and that's your diameter of the moon. 3 and 6, 9, 7, 4, 11. 6 and 3 will create 27, and that is the creation of the red sun. This will create number 2 and 3. That's your CB communication codes. It goes far beyond whatever I am doing. Now, we have to understand what this does next. 34, you now have to add and minus 6, so we reduce it to 28. We add it to 40, but all zeros equal 6 becomes 46, and now you have 74. We're back with Jesus. 7 times 4 plus 4 is 3993, and that is your Saturn sky, and the letters is C and I. The 12 together will say L. It says ciel, which says sky in French. This is French, English, Spanish, German, and all the languages of the world are mixed up in order to say what I'm saying. This one over here will say 27 and 12 is 39, and it'll say 39 again. We'll go 12 and 12, and we split the 12 and 12 half day for the 24 hours of the day of the 2-4, of the 2-4, of the 2-4, of the 2-4. So now we go 5, 10, 15, 20, and remember, they're all 0, 5, 0, 5, 0, 5, 0, 5 in the second position. So we'd go 62, 62, 62, 888, 888, 8881, 8882, 8883, 8884, 24 times 4, and the last one reconnects. Understanding for the leap year that we need to reconnect because we need to go from today to tomorrow to have anything at all. So 4 by 24 equals to 96 rotation of 69 to 9 lives of the cat, the birth of the cat and the dog. So when we come down to this number over here, okay, and I know it's hard to understand that number. I'm going to put it up again, 20 and 14 and 20. This becomes 34. This becomes 34. Okay, because of the 0, it's plus and minus, becomes 28 and 46 because this one will match 40, right? This one will end up saying 34. This one will end up saying 26. Now we're down to 60 minutes. This one, when you multiply it, will come back to 20. This one, when you're finished with it, will come to 19. And the total number will be 39. And we're back to the beginning again of 3993. Numbers work in rotation. Sorry that I'm not fully dressed. I'm covered up well enough. But everything comes back to the numbers, and we're working out of the Mars system. This whole thing, we work in the Mars system. Now, I'm not putting down anybody. I'm not jolting up anybody. I'm just saying the relationship with all these numbers keep telling me stories. 17 is Mars. 18 connects man's birth over to the sun. And 19 connects it over to the moon. 20 connects it over to time, in which becomes minus 6 and plus 6 because it's at 60. 60 becomes 66, which is 676 when you use the gematria scale, because we do not use 9 because there is no 7, 8, and 9. 7, 8, and 9, 7, 8, and 9, okay, are parts and building blocks. 7, 8, and 9. Let me go back a few pages and see where I have this up here. I know I put it in one of my books. Just let me go back. I know it's taken a little bit of time. Just to jump off the breakdown, don't forget, the word vers with a T says green. Okay? It also says to go towards in reverse. In English, it's also the worm. It's also a glass. Zero is also Nero. Zorro is an explanation of creation of the gold through Venus and Saturn because of the number relationship of 2 and 6. 2 and 6 is also, okay, the reverse of 5 and 1, which is right into Mars. 2 and 6 is also the relationship of 33 and also the relationship of 44, because what is created off of this and what happens in the deck of cards. Now, these are supposed to be perfect game with odds, that they pay out money in this world. People gamble all the time in games people play. Forget about the board games, where every single time you roll a 5, you end up on the train tracks. On each side of the train tracks is 454. The IT system is running everything on each side of the train tracks. Every train has a value of 616. 616, 616. Forget about 1, because the 1, when you create a 13 by 13 board, there's going to be 1 in the center. That 1 in the center will be the 100. 13 times 13 is 169. That 1, okay, the 1 in the center makes 168 and connects all the squares together. It is the half-life. Okay, as you can see, here is 1 and here is 6. They're opposite of each other, but it's the half-life because the most you got is 4. 4. This one across from this one across from this one. That's your star system. That's your star system. Now, I don't know how they make it. There's a possibility that the sky, okay, or the earth, whatever, wherever you want to put this, okay, is there's a screen like this that you cannot see. It seems like everything moving, but guess what? When you look at the mag wheels of a car, sometimes they look like they're not even turning at all. Okay, another thing I wanted to mention, before I get on to showing you those numbers about 7, 8, and 9, while you need 2 cubes to create 7, 8, and 9, and when you go to levels, 6 is on this level over here, rectangular. 9 creates a square. There's a rectangular up, there's a rectangular down, there's a rectangular to one side, there's a rectangular to the other one. All of them together make a square. One side we cannot see. 1 inside of 5, 1 inside of 9. We never get to understand this part over here. 41, 6 times 5, 6 plus 5 will equal to 41, which will equal to minus 6 equaling to 35, and plus 6 equaling to 47, creation of the moon. Creation of the cycle in the moon, because everything I'm doing is numerologically calculated through letters in the alphabet, and I also split the letters in half. I split above and below, but now I'm going to split the letters side to side, and I'm going to jump to German letters next. But I'm going to jump to Russian letters. I'm going to jump to every single letter until we have so many people on board that the masses, the minimal of masses of those who want to see, who need to see, to put this puzzle together, to wake this computer up. Because if we are computer-generated minds, we will force, just like Neo showed, that he forced things back into the computer to reprogram who we are. Raphael, 7286, in a constellation of Pegasus. So let me go back one more page. Here's, just wanted to start, and I'm just going to stop. This is the beginning of pool. When you start pool, 1 and 10 go together, 2 and 11 go together, 3 and 12 go together, 4 and 13 go together, 5 and 14 go together, 6 and 15. Why? 1 and 5 is 6. But it's now 0, 6. Okay, and it stops right there. Now we need 6 and 1 to go together, 6 and 10 to go together. We need 14. We need 5 and 2 to go together, as well as 14 and 2 equaling to 16, because 4 and 1 equals to 5, and it's a teen counting for space, space and time. How do we get this space? 48 is the space. Reverse, 84 Pluto. 8 times 4, 32. 8 plus 4, 12, equaling to 44. So now we have all these combinations running down here, and all these combinations are fixed. They are exact. They are perfect. Is there anything else in here besides the understanding of, I think I already did this video, how we connect the 9? This would be the 9 card. All we end up is this. And this would be the 8 card, and all we end up with this. But in both cards, we don't have this dot here, we don't have this dot here, or this dot here. In Magic Square, this one becomes 9 Pluto the birth, and it becomes the yellow ball. It becomes neuf. They call it nuality in French. This one over here is 1. 91, add up 1 to 13. 13 cards in the suit equals to 1 and 9. 1 and 9 is an equivalent in blackjack of 20, where the highest card is an 11, and you can only have 1. 4 aces equal to a total of 11 and 3, 14. 3 and 11, the red ball for the red sun. Red and yellow equal to orange. Orange is 5 and 13, and the letters say M-E-R. M-E-R in French is REM. It is the dream. It says the ocean and mother, and it's all connected inside the moving of the ocean, which is the salt or alternator that runs inside the moon. The misty moon that you see is because the moon is hot. She needs to empty out her water. She needs to empty and cool down her radiators from all the system of the IT system that runs out of the moon, because it says it in the numbers. Okay, remember, it says it in the numbers. This is your 8. This is your 2 and 8. Time heaven 28, 7 times 4. You can use it as 2 and 8 and 1 and 9. 2 and 8 and 1 and 9. After that, in the piano, in gematria, 8 and 9 is saying A and B again, because you're just going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2. So 8 and 9 now become 1 and 2. And 9 is not 9 at all. It is only your birth coming inside the spirit. And that's why Chaldean only goes to number 8, because the 9th one is on the inside, and the 8 is because it's connected worlds, 4 and 4. Just like showing 4 on the top and 4 on the bottom, and you can't see. So if there was a flat earth or 2 flat earths, what actually happens is these 2 cubes come together like this. You know, we always see the world that is, it's more like this, the world. Well, what happens is it ends up to be like this. So you'd have flat here, and then flat on the other sides, or it would twist. You take these 2 dice, and you twist it whoosh, over to this side. Well, I'd like to have these a little bit wider to show you. I wish I could do it. It would be twisted, or twisted and moved over this way. Imagine the pool balls, where the stripe is. Cut it on the top part of the stripe, cut it on the bottom part of the stripe, shove a pin in it, and then turn it. You'd have 2 parts of flat earths and 2 parts of round earths. 2 parts of round earths holding in the ocean. 2 parts of flat earths where we can walk on the land. Everyone's got a level. One level is Sioux. The other level is Panama. Panama and Sioux Canal running through your teeth. And then there's a whole geometry thing that works with your body and where things are placed. But I want to say this for now. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. I'm not confusing. I may not explain it to the level where you can understand it and put it together, because what difference does it make to you, whatever I'm saying, if you just don't think you can do anything about it? You can't. Drive a little slower on the road. Pay attention to pedestrians. Make more friends just for the value of being conscious that there's other people around us. Don't do things just for money. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. I didn't make this thing. I started this from a vision. I got really focused. And then I painted the vision all over. And just to show you something, a different perspective, is that when you look at this way, you can almost think that you can walk on this stuff. Raphael 7286, thank you for watching.